Yeah. So what we will discuss today? Today we'll discuss about the Linux file system hierarchy. Okay. So date 05 4 402 2025. Yeah. So what we will discuss today? Linux file system. Linux file system hierarchy. LFSH. So Linux file system hierarchy. So what is Linux file system hierarchy? So what is file system hierarchy? What is file system? What is file system hierarchy? So if it is Windows or Linux. So if it is a Windows or Linux, what is file system hierarchy? So while installing the, what is that? While installing the, so while installing the OS, few folders automatically created. So while installing the OS, few folders automatically created while installing the OS, right? So what are those folders? And so so why those folders created? Why those folders? Why those folders created? So right. So in Windows, for example, in Windows. So in Windows, while installing the OS, where the OS is installed on Windows, guys, C folder, right? In the C drive, the Windows will be installed on C drive. The Windows OS is installed on C drive. Which drive, guys? C drive. The same way in Linux. What is that? In Linux. So the slash. So the slash is the parent directory, slash is the parent directory. In that slash, the OS will be installed. The slash, the OS will be installed. Okay. So we'll show you what are the directories, what are the folders in Windows, what are the folders in the Linux. So for example, so what this is, guys? This is a Windows OS. So this is a Linux OS. What this is, guys? This is a Linux OS. So what is that? So what we will discuss today? So we'll discuss about the file system hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy or a Windows file system hierarchy. So for example, in Windows, I will show you guys. In Windows, yeah, in the C drive. So these folders are automatically created while installing the OS, right? So these folders are created while installing the OS. And so Linux file system hierarchy. What is that? Linux file system hierarchy. What this is? This is a Linux file system hierarchy. So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. So in Windows we call it as a folders. In Linux we call it as a directories. The folder is nothing but a directory in the Linux, On Windows, in Windows we call it as a folders, but in the Linux we call it as a directories. Folder is nothing but a directory in the Linux, right? So right. So while installing the OS, these folders are created and these folders are having specific purpose. For example, so how you are logging to the mission, you are logging to the your mission. So through username and password. The username will be created under the users folder. So you installed the softwares, right? While installing the OS also, some softwares will be installed. That softwares will be installed on the program files. In the program files x86, so whatever the third party software is, right? The third party softwares will be installed under the x86 x86 directory. So something like here, every directory having their own purpose, the same like as a Windows also, the same like as a Windows also here. So while installing the OS, a default user is created. While installing the OS, a default user is created. The default user is in Windows administrator. Who is that, guys? Administrator is the mm, so admin user. So admin user in Windows, and administrator user can do anything. Can do anything in the Windows. So Windows is the, so in which user is the so admin user, administrator user is the admin user. This user will be created while installing the OS. So while installing the OS, thus in the Linux also, a default user is created while installing the OS. That user is root user. Root user is the super user. Root user is the super user. Super user can do anything. Can do anything in the Linux. Who is the user, guys? Root user is the default user. So this user is created while installing the OS, and we just gave the password for a root user. Just the user is created automatically. We just created the password for the root user. Right? Understood, right? And here, so we have a program files and program files x86, same like as in Windows also, in Linux also. Every directory having their own purpose. Every directory having their own purpose in the Linux file system hierarchy. So right, understood. So here, program files and program files x86, these are for the installing the softwares, system related softwares, and third party softwares. Third party softwares is nothing but, for example, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or whatever the softwares after installing the software, after installing the OS. So whatever the softwares you are installing, right, that softwares will be third party softwares. So this is also a Linux file system hierarchy. So Linux, every directory having their own purpose. So slash is the parent directory for all the directories. What is that? Slash is the parent directory for all the directories. So parent directory for all the directories. So while installing the OS, right, a root user is created. Which user is created? Super user is created. So what is that super user? So root user is the super user. This is root user's home directory. What is slash root is the root user's home directory. The same way, so this is the admin user, and so every system having every Linux OS having the root user and the normal users also. Normal users are something like a Prem is the normal user, Hari is the normal user, Lakshmi is the normal user. These are all the normal users, right? So a root user having all the permissions. For example, Hari is the root user in Blue Technologies. Because of Hari can do anything. But Prem and Lakshmi, so they are the normal users because of they only access the that batch 53 batch only, right? You are only for the AWS DevOps batch, but Hari is a, so Hari can do anything. So Hari will join on the security, cyber security batch, or he will join on the digital marketing batch, or he will join on the AWS, Azure, whatever the batch. Because of Hari is the super user for the BlueJ technology. Same like as so root is the super user for the Linux OS, and the normal users are Prem, Hari, Lakshmi. These are the normal users. Root user can do anything. Root user can do anything. Something like bin. So what is bin, guys? A bin directory contains the commands. A bin directory contains the commands. So Linux is a CLI. How you can interact with this Linux OS, guys? You can interact with this Linux OS through through commands only. What are the commands? For example, some specific commands, ls, pwd, mkdir, or something like cd. So few commands. Bin contains the commands. So bin commands, a bin directory contains the commands, and sbin. What is sbin? Sbin also contains the superbin commands. So superbin commands, for example, fdisk command. What is that, guys? Fdisk command. So a bin directory contains the command and sbin directory contains the commands. But the root user can execute both the commands. A root user can execute both the bin and sbin commands. A normal user, who is that? A normal user can execute only bin commands. So a normal user can execute only bin commands. Okay. So a normal user having certain limit of permissions, which permission they have? So they are able to run the bin commands only. They are unable to run the sbin commands. Okay. So this is nothing but a bin contains commands and sbin contains commands. Slash root is the home directory for the root user. So whenever a normal user is created, so in that where the normal user's home directory will create, the normal user's home directory will create under the slash home. So we'll create it under the slash home. What are the directories? Something like a slash home, slash Hari, slash home, slash Prem, slash home, slash Lakshmi, right? These are the home directories for the normal users. These home directories will be created under the slash home directory. Okay. So what is boot? What is boot? So the slash boot is the directory. This contains the bootable information. So once you log into the server, right, the Linux server. So in this, so there is something like a kernel file and initram's file and grub file. So this will boot the server. This will boot the server. Okay. And so while installing the OS, some packages, some softwares will be installed under the slash usr. Slash usr is nothing but a system related softwares will be installed under the slash usr. Slash usr, third party software, same like as a program files and program files x86. Here usr, and the other one is opt. Opt is nothing but a third party softwares will be installed under the opt directory. Okay. So under dev, so the hard disk information will be available under the slash dev directory. The hard disk information will be available under the slash dev directory. And what is slash etc? etc is nothing but a, the configuration files will be located in the slash etc directory. So and so where is nothing but a, the information, the log information will be located under the slash var directory. So this MNT is nothing but a, the pen drives, right? Whatever the pen drives we are inserting, that pen drives information will be available under the slash MNT. And slash media is nothing but a CD-ROM, DVD-ROM information will be available under the slash media. Slash media. Guys, got it? So the Linux file system hierarchy. Guys, understood?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I will show you practically, guys. Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, guys, this is my Oracle VirtualBox. So I'm starting the Linux server, CentOS 9 server. I will show you guys how to install CentOS and Oracle VirtualBox. So what is that? The administrator user is root. What is the password? So password is Red Hat IPA. What is the IPS? 56.123. I'm connecting this server through putty, guys. I will show you how to connect from this putty. We'll show you later. So 192.168. 56.123. Accept. Change settings. Appearance. Change. Waiting. Okay. Apply. Okay. I'm connecting as a root user. The password is Red Hat. Guys, so we can connect the server. So what this is, Linux is a multi-user operating system. It's not a single user operating system, right? So we can connect number of users at a time, number of people at a time. Let's see my user is there or not. /etc pass wd grep pipe hurry thing blue user add hurry pass wd hurry red hat. Yeah, guys. So I logged in as a root user, and another one is I logged in as a so duplicate session. I logged in as a which user, guys? Hari user. Hari password is red hat. Yeah. So I logged in as a uh, root user. I logged in as a Hari user. So right, guys. So what is the slash root, guys? Slash root is the home directory for the root user. So slash root is the home directory for the root user. So when logged into the root user, right? If you check pwd, so what is this? So this is the root user. The root user home directory is slash root. The root user's home directory is slash root, and the normal user's home directory is slash home Hari slash home Prem slash home Lakshi, right? So this is the normal user, this is the root user, this is the root user. What is cd boot? A boot contains the bootable information, something like a kernel file, init ramfs and grub2. So which kernel we need to up, so what are the which kernel OS and init MMS, the bootable information will be located in the slash boot, right? CD slash OPT. So OPT is the so the third party software, something like a Tomcat. So Tomcat, right? Tomcat is the web server, right? That web server will be installed under this OPT. So the third party softwares will be installed under the slash OPT. So right, and so bin cd slash bin. So a bin contains the commands. A bin contains the commands. So what are the commands we have? Something like I already told you, right? ls pwd. So here you see ls pwd all the, so whatever the commands is there, right? These commands will execute a normal user and a root user. These commands will execute a normal user and a root user. So something like ls, this is ls command, here also ls command. So cd slash bin, right? So the ls pwd, so pwd, these all are the bin commands. These all are bin commands. A bin commands will be executed by root user and a normal user. But the sbin commands will execute only, the sbin commands will execute only root user. Let's see. This is the normal user and this is the root user. So what are the sbin commands? Well, let's check it in the directory. So I'm in the sbin directory. For example, fdisk. So for example, yeah, fdisk command is the sbin command. So let's try to execute this command, fdisk slash l slash dev sdb sda. You see, so the command is executed. This is the fdisk command is the sbin command. Sbin is command is executed by the root user. Let's check sbin command will executed by the normal user or not. Fdisk slash l slash dev sda slash dev sda. You see, guys, cannot open, permission denied, because of a normal user cannot, so a normal user can't execute the sbin commands, because of sbin commands will execute only root user. the bin commands will executed by both root user and a normal user. Okay. Yeah. So that slash dev. A slash dev contains the what slash dev? CD slash dev. A slash dev contains the hard disk information. What is that, guys? Hard disk information. This is SDA. So the hard disk information will be available under the slash dev. The hard disk information will be available under the slash dev. So something like sbin you already know. etc. etc is nothing but the configuration files will be located under the slash etc. Slash usr is nothing but a system related softwares will be executed under the slash usr. So the var. So var means log information. The logs information will be located under the var. So located under the var. I will check it. What is that? cd var. So cd var log. cd log. So in the logs messages, something like a less messages, right? The system related logs will be available under the var. System related logs information will be available under the var logs. Guys, understood? So this is nothing but a file system hierarchy. This is nothing but a file system hierarchy. Now you understood, guys? Guys, please watch the recording. You will understood. Okay.
కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్గా ఉంది సార్.
టూ టైమ్స్ చూస్తే మీకు కొంచెం అర్థమైపోతుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
యప్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. I think Prem know what is Linux file system hierarchy, right, Prem?
Sir.
You know, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yep, thank you. Yeah. So yesterday what we discussed about the application, right? So we discussed about the application. Let's download again. Dell PowerEdge R710 images. Yesterday I gave a task to you guys, right, guys? Or Lakshmi, మీకు ఇచ్చానా టాస్క్?
లేదు సార్.
స్టాటిక్ వెబ్సైట్, డైనమిక్ వెబ్సైట్ అని మీకేనా ఇచ్చింది?
మార్నింగ్ ఇచ్చారు. రేపు
చెప్పమన్నాను కదా, రేపు చెప్పండి.
ఓకే సార్.
యా. సో వాట్ దిస్ ఈస్? వన్ ఈస్ యాప్ సర్వర్. యాప్ సర్వర్ మీన్స్ అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్. Another one is DB server. So right here we install the which OS, guys? CentOS 7, and here we install the CentOS 7 and Tomcat. For example, this is the Linux machine, right? Tomcat. So Tomcat will be installed under the which directory? OPT directory. OPT Tomcat. OPT Tomcat. So this is the web server. In the web server OPT Tomcat here. Under OPT Tomcat you deployed the code, right? This is the Oracle. So this is our application server. This is our as environment. Initially you kept it in our home. So where you kept it? The servers is kept it in the home, right? And in the home you have only one power backup and internet backup. So we have only one internet and we have only one power backup, right? So you bought the servers and you kept it in our home and you deployed the application and gave the internet and gave this internet to the servers, right? Yeah, your application is up and running and live now, right? So you have a thought and you deployed the application and you bought the servers and you kept it in your home. So you have only one power backup and only one internet backup. So you deployed the WhatsApp application. So first 1 week, so the UI, everything looks good. First 1 week, something like every day, 10,000 people are signing up your account. Signing up your account. So something like a first 5 days, the 50,000 people are sign up your website and they are using it. So after 5 days, what is that, guys? After 5 days, so every 1 hour, the power will goes down and came up. The power will goes down and came up. So that time your application will be accessible or not, guys. So if the power down, so definitely the servers will be down. There is no application. The application is not running. So if the servers are down, is that application is running on that server?
No.
No, right? So
Yes, sir.
your site will be something like what it is showing. So the site cannot be reached. So what it shows something like the site cannot be reached because of the server is in shutdown state. Server is in shutdown state. The same way every 1 hour, right? Every 2 hours, every 2 hours, the internet will goes down and came up. The internet will goes down and came up every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. So people are irritating and so they are removing their account from the WhatsApp. So finally, after 1 week, so finally only 10,000 people are they are using WhatsApp. So first 5 days, the people will be increasing. After 5 days, the people will be decreasing. After 5 days, the people will be decreasing. So do we need a solution for this or not, guys? Do we need a solution for this?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the solution, guys? We need a multiple power and internet backups. We need a multiple power and internet backups. If the one power goes down, the UPS will up. UPS will up. If UPS also down, they will use the generators. They will use the generators continuous. So this site will not goes down because of we have a multiple types of power backups and internet backups. So for example, so I'm using Act, Airtel, something like a BSNL, Voda VI, something like so Geo. They took multiple internet backups. If something goes wrong on the internet, it will directly switch to the Airtel. It will directly switch to the BSNL. It directly switch to the VO. So directly switch to the Geo. There is no internet failure. Here there is no power backup failure. Right? So who will provide this solution? Guys, who will provide this solution? So who will provide this solution? Does anyone knows who will provide this solution?
No.
All right. The solution is so which companies are providing that facility? Which companies are providing that facility? Which companies are providing that facility? The solution is data centers. What is that, guys? The solution is data centers. So what they are providing? They are providing a rental space for to keep our servers. What they are providing? They are providing the rental space for to keep our servers, and they are providing the 24 by 7 power backup and internet backup 365 days. So 99% of uptime, durability, and reliability and sustain. So who are the data centers? Who provides the data center? Who provides the data center in Hyderabad? Control S. Who is? Who is this, guys? Control S data centers. Guys, now you understood? So this is the control as Asia's largest rated 4 data center. So this is the data center. So what they are providing? What they are providing? A data center is a physical phase that houses that computing infrastructure for the IT systems. What they are providing? They are providing the computing infrastructure for IT systems. Data center stores servers, data stores, drives, network equipment. They are designed to ensure that the cloud services are available, that the services are available 24 by 7. The services are available 24 by 7. What they are providing? They are providing the rental space for to keep our servers. So what they are providing? They are providing a rack spaces. What they are providing? See guys, so what they are providing? They are providing the, yeah, so they are providing the racks. In that racks we are, yeah, you see guys. So these are the racks, and in this racks the servers will be kept in this rack. Guys understood? Yeah. So this is the rack, right? So this is the rack. In that rack they are providing the, they're keeping the servers. They're keeping the servers. Right, guys, understood. So what they are providing? They are providing a rental space for to keep our servers. N. So what they are providing? They are providing the 24 by 7 power backup, internet backup. So we are moving these servers from our home to, guys, where?
Data center.
Very good. Now you understood what is data center? Why data center? Data centers. So data centers, you are keeping your servers in the data center. So how many environments we already discussed yesterday? So we have a three environments, right? So one is dev environment, QA environment, and production environment. These three environment servers will be kept it in the data center. Kept it in the data center. How many servers? For example, two servers: app server, DB server, app server, DB server, app server, DB server. How many servers we keep? Six servers we kept it in the data center. Data center. So data centers provides a, so which facility, guys? IaaS. What is IaaS, guys? IaaS is nothing but a infrastructure as a service. What they are providing? They are providing the infrastructure as a service. What they are providing? They are providing the infrastructure as a service. Now you understood? Our environment will be keep it in the data centers. We'll keep it in the data centers. Guys understood?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Thanks.
So what are the three that
What
you
are
said now?
what are the?
Three environments we'll keep in the data
Hmm.
center.
Yesterday we already discussed it, right?
One time, please repeat, sir.
Yeah, yeah. One is non-prod, non-prod or non-production. What this is? Production or live environment. What is this? So non-production. In the non-production, what are the environments are there? Dev env, dev environment, developer using this dev environment, and this is QA. QA env, the testing people will test this environment. The testing people will test this environment. Our application will be deployed on dev environment, then QA environment, then finally production environment. So production environment is nothing but a end user. End users means, so we are using our Facebook application, so that okay. So the
Okay,
end
okay.
users will end use. End users means ours. End user will use this environment. Guys, now you understood? So right, the production and non-production will be keep it in where, guys?
Data center.
Very good. Data centers. We kept it in data center. So the center, the data center may be a CTRL, yes, Control S, or NetMagic, or whatever it may be, guys. Okay, Rackspace, Control S, NetMagic, so many data centers. So the so many companies are providing the data center solutions. So the data center is nothing but a, so data center, or the other name is nothing but a on-premise. What is that, guys? On-premise environment. Data center or a on-premise environment. So these are the companies, Control S, NetMagic, Rackspace, they are providing the data center solutions, right? So in the this server, something like every server, we need to bought it 5 lakhs for the server. So 5L. So this is server is for 5L, right? So and to keep the servers in the data center, we need to pay 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs per year. So how much? So every environment we need a 20 lakhs. We need a 20 lakhs. Yeah. So in the production server, so more, so these are the resources having a huge resources. Resources means configuration. So configuration, so something like this is used the production live server, right? WhatsApp or Facebook. How many servers are? How many people are accessing? Lag in the lakhs, the people are accessing, right? And we are getting the revenue means money. So yeah, we are okay to pay the 20 lakhs per the production service. So what about the non-production servers? So how many people are accessing the development environment? Below 10 people are accessing the below 10 people only accessing the dev environment or a QA environment. Dev environment or a QA environment. So do we need this much resources of server for the dev and QA? Guys, do we need this much resources? This will be sustained for the something like so 2020 something like for example 1 lakh people or 20,000 people. What is it? 20K people is sustained for these servers. Okay. Uh, the U limit is nothing but a user limit. User limit is 20K. Right? So this also 20K, this also 20K. So is 20K people are accessing dev environment? Is 20K people are accessing QA environment? Guys, tell me.
Oh,
No, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. If you use the resources, if you use the resources in the dev environment, QA environment, so if you use, if you are not use, definitely we need to pay the money. If you use, if you don't use, So we need to pay the money for the data centers, right? Because of so the development and QA people will work on how many hours per day? How many hours per day? The development and QA people, huh?
8
8
hours.
hours. So right, but 24 hours, the 24 hours the servers are running, right? Here also 8 hours. Here also 8 hours. Here also 8 hours, right? The 16 hours will be so the servers are not using. The servers are not using, but we are paying the money for the data center. We are paying the money for the data center, right? So something like a big innovation thoughts comes into the picture. What these servers are? These servers are physical servers. Physical servers. The solution is called it as a I don't want this much resources, so we want a small resources. Who will provide that resources? So the solution is called it as a virtualization. So physical to virtualization. The concept is virtualization. So what is the concept, guys? The concept is virtualization. So in the virtualization, so we can install the OS, virtualization OS, and we can segregate the parts. So we can segregate the number of, so so once we install the Oracle, so once we install the virtualization software, so we can install the number of OSs based on the resources. So it will logically create the virtual machines. So we can logically create the virtual machines. So the virtualization concept will discuss tomorrow, guys. The virtualization concept will discuss tomorrow. Yeah, virtualization is nothing but installing multiple guest operating system in one host operating system. So hypervisor software will be used for to achieve these files. We need to install the all the required softwares in the guest OS to run our application. So it run our application. It is a old technique to run the application. System performance will be slow in this process. To overcome the problem, virtualization. So the next concept is containerization. We'll tell you guys, no worries. So what is? Now you understood the virtualization, right? So installing multiple guest operating systems in one host operating system. One host operating system. You see, right? So this is the virtualization. In the guest OS, we install the any one of the hypervisor software. Then we can install the number of OSs based on the resources. So multiple OSs in the same mission, easy maintenance and recovery, lower total cost of the ownership. So this is the advantage of the virtual mission. What is that? So the advantage of the virtual mission. Guys, understood? So it will be a lower cost because of 5L, right? So we install the 10 servers. We install the 10 servers. So each servers will be 50,000, right? So here also 50,000. So per server, it will take 1 lakh rupee. It will take 1 lakh rupee. And in our dev1 QA will be keep it in the one server. So if you install the virtualization software, if you install the virtualization software. So we'll discuss tomorrow, guys, the virtualization and the OS installation on your laptop. So we can install the virtualization software and then we can install the CentOS 9 on your Windows laptop. We'll show you how to install. Okay.
Okay,
The
sir.
class will be tomorrow at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.